How's everybody doing? All right, I think I'm live. Hello. Well, I've been on, I guess it was sort of like a vacation. I got to see my niece get married, and I'm back now trying to get used to my daily schedule again. I had gotten pretty good about making daily videos, so I'd like to kind of get back to that. And so, what I've got today to begin with, I think we're going to do something different, and then maybe I will default back to my hoop earrings, but I kind of wanted to do some keychains and lanyards first this evening. So I hope you're interested in that. And so let me do my introduction for anybody that is new. Hello to everybody that is there, and anyone catching the replay that might not be familiar with me. I'm Val, and I make daily content on earrings, like jewelry tutorials. And other than the past week or so, I've been out of town, but try to get everything done, something done daily on my channel. So what I'm going to work on today, and we're going to do some hoops, I think, later on, depending on, time and everything. But I wanted to do a cute little lanyard, well, a cute little keychain tutorial. So I'm going to show you the lanyard I made. Hello. Hello, everybody that's joining me. I appreciate you being there. I'm trying to get my feet wet again. I don't want to get used to not uploading daily, so wanted to come on this evening and say hello, catch back up with everybody. Okay, so this is what I got. I found this pretty heart. It's like a coffee cup, and it is a silicone bead. And I know that the silicone, like keychain wristlets and keychains, are pretty popular now. They have so many different silicone beads. You can get animals. I've seen lots of cows lately. Just the plain round silicone beads that are about like the chunky beads, like 10 millimeters in different colors and patterns. I have seen the most beautiful things on like Pinterest and Etsy. So I have one that I did, and you can look that up on my channel if anyone is interested. This one says Mama Needs Coffee. And then I did it in the colors of, I did a round keychain wristlet in the colors of like maroon. I did some gray and pink, and it turned out pretty neat. I liked it. I love making my hoops, but I could get lost in all of the beads with the lanyards. I've got a few different things. Like have some silicone beads there. Most of these are lighter colored, so they'll be great for like Christmas. I mean, like maybe springtime. But I have some things, but like I said, I could just get lost in all the beads for the silicone. I have got these berry colored beads. They're pretty. But anyways, what I'm going to work with today is brown. I like coffee a lot, and I thought these were the cutest little coffee cups. And I also see that little heart there, so maybe that could be for Halloween or something. I can get an early start on that. Maybe get this in one of my shops, one of the Etsy shops I have. So anyways, I have a little red tassel here. I got these at Amazon. I also got the keychain ring at Amazon. Hello everybody that's joining. These are wooden beads, and these are about 12 millimeters. They're pretty large. Then of course I have my silicone bead on top. I have got some gold colored nylon cord, and then the cord ends. The cord ends and the nylon cord. Let's see. I got these from Amazon. This cord, probably Michael's. It says bead landing. I know Michael's has a lot of the bead landing materials, but you can also get a lot of things on Amazon. So I'll probably leave some links when I'm done with this and I make my thumbnail and everything to different things you can do for your different things you can find on Amazon, because they've got just a ton of silicone beads and keychain parts. So, you know, this could be Christmas presents. It could be whatever you want. You can be making it for yourself, like a craft project just for you, if you, whatever you want to do. So I'm going to use this as my focal bead, and I think I'm going to make, I think I'm going to do a brown beaded keychain wristlet with these brown beads to go with the coffee theme. I want to take one look. These are like the tan colored. I have the dark colored beads too. So I'm kind of see which ones I like more. See if I like the darker colored beads more to go with that. But I wish I had my coffee right now. I didn't make a cup this evening, but I guess I could have made a cup. So that's probably too little, first of all. But do I like that? I think I just might like that darker color better. So I need to find my dark colored wooden beads. They're like that, only they're darker in color. So let me grab those. And I think I'm gonna use these. I got these at Joann's. These are pretty vibrant. They are that tan and like vanilla bean color and rich dark chocolate brown. They're a little bit more vibrant than the other ones I just had. These are from Hobby Lobby. These are from Joann's. So let's grab these, and I'm going to use these rich chocolate brown colored ones. So I hope everybody has had a great Friday. I appreciate anybody that's finding time in their day to join with me. Appreciate you much. Let's see what we can make with our coffee theme. And perhaps we'll just watch time. Maybe I have about 5 or 6 things. Well, probably a little bit more than that to do for tomorrow. I should be smart and get all my orders out tomorrow so I can start the week out fresh without lots of orders to do. So I'm going to need about 23 of these beads, and then I'm going to need my elastic cord, the little stretch cord, you know. And I think what I'm going to do also, I'm going to start more bracelets. I do have a bracelet that I made for one of my customers that always returns. So I have to get her bracelet, and making a bracelet now. So that might be another point of something else I do over the weekend. More bracelets, you know, with all of my beaded hoop earrings. I know it's Friday and people perhaps have lots to do, but I wanted to get my feet wet again, get going again. I don't want to get used to not uploading anymore. I was doing pretty good there on my little journey. Let's see. This is 0.8 millimeter stretch cord that I've got. And I do have my little, yeah, let's use this. I have my board, and I don't use it enough, so I definitely want to use the things that I buy, so they're not wasting. So why not use this? All right, I'm gonna do 7 inches, and I'm gonna put my little focal bead there, and then I'm just gonna put my extras here, and I'm gonna start grabbing some beads to put them on my stretch cord. Excuse me. This is the stretch cord. And this is my keychain. And I got a pretty little tassel that's gonna go on there, and yeah, it'll be cute. And every time I see that, it'll probably remind me of the coffee that I would like to have. So I'm just gonna bead these, just put these on a stretch cord, real easy. And as far as these go, I would rather have these just a little too big instead of too small, because, you know, if it's too small, it's stretchy. It'll feel like you're cutting your circulation off. So hopefully a customer would let me know if they needed a smaller size. I know one customer of mine, she needs the 6.5. She's told me her size, and so it's really easy just to put the beads around there and make one for her. So if anyone else that would order these, you know, they would have to let me know too if they needed something smaller. I think size 7 or 6.5 is pretty average sized wrists. This goes up to 7 3/4. So there's 6.5, 6, and 7, and then 7 3/4. So those are the 4 different sizes on my board here. I ordered that from Amazon to try to help me with my bracelets. I used to make them for years without it, but then I thought, well, I've seen those little bracelet boards. I think they look like they would be helpful. So definitely wanted to try one of those out. See how easy? You just attach the beads and then tie it up, and then we're gonna add our keychain. Couldn't be easier. If anybody wants to see really neat bracelets, just look at Pinterest. They have such interesting ideas and all kinds of crafts and things. All right, so sorry about that. I'm messing with the camera there. But, you know, I don't want it too big, too, so I have to be careful because that coffee bead is there. And these are pretty chunky, so we just don't want it too big. I think I got about 23 beads here, plus the coffee bead, so... There's one. I just don't know if I need that one. I've got so many. It's going to be a larger bracelet, I think. Yeah, that's pretty large. Might need to even make it smaller. So it really is loose on my hand. So maybe one less to make sure it's not too large. Let me take one of those away and see how many inches that's going to be. So this is the 7-inch one. And you know what? Look at that. It's right at 7 inches. So I think I'm going to let it stand like that. So I'm going to grab my scissors. Take it up a little farther so I don't waste, you know, the elastic. And I'm going to leave some here, so I can have room to tie. I'm gonna make my knot. Same here. Excuse me, same here on this side. I'm gonna leave some room. And now, let's tie up, and look how it couldn't be easier. So pretty tight, and now I'm gonna make a surgeon's knot. That means I go under twice, then I tie it. I do that about 3 times. I go once underneath, and then twice underneath, tie it up. I think that's 2, and I'm gonna do one last one. 1, 2. All right, now I'm going to cut and then try to tuck my excess, tuck the knot into that silicone bead there. Some people use hot glue to reinforce that knot, or like the jewelry cement. I think I'm gonna let it be and just kind of tuck it in the, well, now it'll go in that bead, or it can go in the, yeah, it went in, let's put it inside that one. All right, and so there's this part of it, our keychain wristlet, and then we want to add a keychain part. So I need my bronze colored keychain ring, key ring. Got it from Amazon. Got a bag of these. I think maybe 50 was in the bag, but very economical. And I need my other part to the keychain that I have pulled out here to the side. And I think I'm gonna put a pretty red tassel on here just to match our heart. So that could be Christmas gift, that could be a Valentine's gift, all of the above. All right, so there's our keychain wristlet right there. And then you have your lanyard there. I made that, I pre-made the lanyard. I just wanted to see what it would look like. I didn't really know what it would look like. Okay, so I have those two things, and I guess I'm going to work on let's see, I guess I'll do an earring. I have to do this matte colored hoop earring. The color is beautiful, so that's one reason why I don't mind doing it. I always make these hoops, but this matte color is so lovely. And I'm crazy about blue, and so I don't mind working on that too. So we got a wristlet done, and just doing some catching up here. It's in like a matte royal color. Let's see what they named it. Opaque royal matte. That's what this is called. All right, so we do this all the time, but I love doing them. I've got that color to do. I've got like a tan color. I don't know if I'll do the tan ones right now. Possibly. We'll see. Yeah, some tan colored ones. I don't know, I think I've got about, like I said, about 6 things to make over the weekend. So it's November, huh? What is everybody gonna do to get ready for the holidays? Is it too early for you all? Or is it time for y'all to get ready for Christmas? When I was growing up, my mom kind of waited until December. We got our tree up and everything in December. I think people get started maybe a little earlier now, or at least some do. For me, it helped with the anticipation. It seemed like it took so long for Christmas to get there. It just made me, I guess, appreciate it all the more, because we didn't really get things going until December. But when my kids were small, I think I started a little sooner. I don't know that I did early in November, probably late November to early December is when I started with my decorations and everything. But I'm gonna start trying to pay attention to my neighbors and see how they're doing theirs. I'm thinking they're gonna get started early. I probably will see decorations up before Thanksgiving, probably well before Thanksgiving. I saw one person online. She had hers up already in October. Hi, Lorraine Murphy. How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. I'm glad to be making a video. I got to see my niece get married, so I was away for the past several days. Let's see. I think Sunday might have been the last time I'm posted, so I wanted to get back, get going again. So I'm making a pair of blue hoops today. How are you? Thank you for joining me this evening. Thank you. Thank you for the hearts. Yeah, I definitely wanted to come on today. I didn't know what time to, but I wanted to get a few orders out this morning, so I thought I would come on this evening. Oh, that's nice. You get to see your daughter. You know, I just rode through Nashville on the way back. I was in Nashville yesterday, and that is where I hit traffic. In Nashville and Chattanooga, Tennessee, they had me sitting in the traffic. And I was just kind of talking about the fact that it's November, just kind of asking when people start getting their decorations up, you know, if you decorate for Christmas. Totes, yeah, I love totes. Do you, excuse me, do you embroider them, Lorraine? I love tote bags. I have so many. And I was a teacher, so they would give us tote bags quite often, and or I would buy my own, and probably have a nice little collection right now to different tote bags. They're so easy to carry your books in and lunch or whatever you need. Oh, that's nice. They're for Women's Day at church. That's wonderful. I think I can have one more there. Oh, I know. I had the bigger hoops to do. I have a couple of 60 millimeters to do. So those are going to take a whole lot of beads. Maybe I'll make some of those in the morning. Don't know if I'm going to make those this evening. But yeah, hopefully I'll get enough done in the morning to have a few packages out. Dream machines. Okay. And is does it do embroidery? Is that the type of machine it is? That's cool. That's really awesome. Thank you for the hearts. Right. That is so cool. I bet they're beautiful. I think I saw some on your video. They were Bible covers, right? Or were those totes that I saw that you have on your video? But I know the ladies love them. That's very nice. I'll grab a drink of water and let's keep going. Oh, that's nice. I'll be sure to watch. You're welcome. I can't wait to see them. Okay, these will be done in just a second. And there was a pattern I wanted to try out. And that's probably how I will end everything. More blue. I'm going to make these multicolored, except I'm going to have mostly blue. I think I like these so much, they're eye-catching. If anybody had those on, my eyes would go right to those hoops. Probably because I love the color blue. But also, they're matte. It's just, I don't know, it's like, I don't know. I just love blue. So I think that I like that color. We'll finish those up. I think the next ones I'm gonna make are gonna be the just regular hoops, not the dangling ones. Sure, go live. Hi Jennifer Calloway, how are you? Thank you for joining. Yes, go live for sure. Let me know when so I can watch. I used to do videos where I edited more. Those are the ones I used to. I never used to do a live. And really, I didn't do them that often till just probably between May and right now. I didn't do them too often. I just find that I'm not a huge fan of all the editing. I know you can do so many neat things and really spruce up your videos with editing. So maybe I should do a combination of both, but my comfort place right now seems to be with the lives. Plus, when I have orders to make, just coming on and making them, it's kind of helps me to get the job done. Jennifer, are you a crafter too? Do you like to make things, DIYs or jewelry? Let me grab the right tools. I know how I get lazy and grabbing the wrong tools. I'm tearing my nails up trying to open these little jump rings up with without the right tools. Gotta stop that. I cannot have a pedicure. I mean, listen to me. I can't have a manicure. I will tear these nails up. Okay, so there's one. Just gonna add the little. Thank you very much. Thank you. The thing I like about those probably the most is just the color. So get this on here. Yeah, I feel like it's time to get some new designs going. So I've been trying to kind of think about what I can do next. Different. And one of those things is, I guess, making more bracelets. No, it's okay, Cecilia. I didn't have a set time. I just came on. I need to have a little set time going. I'm trying to do that. But I haven't decided what I want those times to be. So you're not late at all. Come on in. Just making some beaded hoops right now. All right, you be blessed too. Be safe in visiting your daughter. Thank you for watching, Lorraine. I'm just gonna grab 2 fish hooks here. And then I'm going to add these to my hoops, and then we'll have a pair of large hoops. They're about 2 inches. It comes from the memory wire that's 2 inches. So if I can find my my ruler, I'll show you that it measures out to be about 2 inches, but I don't see it. Thank you very much, Cecilia. Thank you. And I think the next pair I'm gonna use make these a little bit smaller at 40 millimeters. And I guess 2 inches is about 50 millimeters. So these are gonna be, I guess this is like 1.5 inches, I guess, or just under 1.5 inches. And I'm gonna still do blue, but I'm gonna add different colors with blue with these. I do a pair where I use thoughts of tan and the different Picasso colored beads. But this time I'm going to try that same pattern, only use blue. Just to see what it looks like, what it turns out to be. So I think I'll start with the blue and just kind of add different colors with blue in between just to see what that looks like. I think I've tried this before with that larger hoop, but I want to see if it looks better with the small hoop. So I'm going to start with the blue. So that's what I have so far. We'll just see how it looks with the heavy blue color. Excuse me. I don't know if I love the Picasso beads, but I don't know if I love that. I tried that once before, and I think I didn't like it then either. I guess I just love blue so much. I thought I would try it again. Maybe if I fill it up, maybe I'll like it better. I like it better with the tan color leading the way. Thank you. I have, I guess, a 4-year collection. I've got a lot of colors. Yeah, same here. I love blue. That's my color. All right, what you could do to keep the beads from coming off, I didn't yet, but you could add the crimp beads, the little crimp beads. The smallest one you can find might help. This one, it says 2 millimeters. I think they make a size even smaller, but you can add these and kind of use your pliers at the tail end of it, and could maybe add the cement too, just to make sure that if the that crimp bead came off, it would be okay. But that's how I would finish it up. Just adding the crimp beads. So I should have led maybe with the crimp bead to demonstrate that, but you'd put one at the beginning and then the end, and use your tools to fasten, like clamp down on that bead, that crimp bead, so that it doesn't go anywhere. I've also seen people at the end of things like this. There's another way we could try to finish it. Grab some 24 gauge wire, which is like pretty thin but easy to work with. And that could be what stops your beads from coming off. So we can start with that this time, just to kind of show one way. There's a few different ways you can keep the beads on there. This is one. You just kind of have to practice that wire wrapping a little, as tight as you can get it. Just about 3 times or so. So this is just one option. You could do your crimp bead, and that should work too. So let's try that, and then let's see if we can cut our wire, and then press down with our tools, and then add everything, and then we'll repeat that wire wrapping at the other end. See if we can keep those beads on there. Try to close everything up pretty well with these tools, these pliers. I think these are called bent nose pliers. But if they don't work, I've got the flat nose ones. Maybe they'll do better. Might be able to cut that just a little better. Yeah, let's try these. The object is to make sure that you don't have anything sticking out that would hurt anyone's ears, and also to clamp down on the wire so the beads don't come off. You just kind of have to work that wire with your tools. It's just practice. It takes practice, and I am not the best at it, but you know, just work on it. It's just one of the different ways that you can hold the beads on. And let's add our beads now. And then we'll add the wire at the end. That can go up kind of far, and then you can have your hoop have mostly beads. I know sometimes you have different styles where you have half of your hoop beaded, you know, sometimes just half, and then sometimes people like the whole thing. I have noticed that my customers seem to be like the entire bead around the hoop lately. And then sometimes people like the kind of hoops where you add the like maybe where you put the green, not green, silver charms, or like different balls at each end. Like these little silver balls, something like that. Sometimes you can add those kind of things at each end. And it I don't know, kind of as bookends almost to your pieces. It's just your personality, your own creativity, whatever items you have. You just kind of see what you end up with. All right. And so you can carry it all the way up there, see, to your little wire wrap part there. Yes, they're so easy, but they're so cute. I like these too. It's about time to end that, I think, or just about. Maybe another blue to finish up. Yeah, we'll add our, see if I can wire wrap that other end there with that 24 gauge wire. If anyone wanted to know, it's called artistic wire, and it's 24 gauge. That's the name of the brand, I guess, artistic wire. I think I just did it 3 times, just so it's just enough, but not too much at the very end there. And then we just want to grab our flush cutters. Get as close as we can there so we can kind of get that excess wire. Need to turn it that way so it's flush against the wire. All right, now I want to flatten everything out so we don't have anything sticking out. It's just a little bit at the top there. I'm trying to make sure I get. And then I can kind of clamp down once I know that there's nothing sticking out. I think that's it. And let's see, that's moving a little bit, so maybe we want to clamp down just a little more. But yes, stop moving. So let's close it up and see what we have. So there, that's what we have so far. This is the kind of clasp that it goes like that. See the, I don't know how well you all can see, but it's easy to do, but you have to know how to close it. Some people have a hard time closing, like with different closures, but that one's pretty easy. So there we have it, and that's how we closed it up with our 24 gauge wire. I'll clamp a little bit more. But anyway, there we have it. We have 2 pair of blue hoops and a keychain that we did today. A little coffee keychain. So I think that's going to be our tutorial for today. I wanted to get on here and tell everybody happy Friday. And I missed you guys while I was on my trip, and I'm glad to be back and back doing my videos. So thank you everybody that's there watching, and also thank you for anybody that watches the replay. Thank you for 6 thumbs up. I really appreciate it. And I'll probably be back tomorrow for another tutorial. Thank you, Cecilia. I like those too. I like the that's my favorite season. That tan color, I love it. I really like that one too. That's a close second with the blue. The neutral colors. Thank you very much. Okay, well, bye Cecilia and everybody else that's still there, and I'll see you all next time. I hope you have a great evening. Bye-bye. Bye, Jules. Thank you for the hearts. Appreciate it. Bye-bye.